What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Play Switch, and today we'll be unboxing the Nintendo Switch Lite. Let's get to it. So my first impressions on the Switch, to be honest, is, to me, it's incredibly light and comfortable. The texture of the actual Switch itself is also amazing. So it actually gives it a little bit more grip than the original Switch had, and I love that. Now, as far as setting up the Switch, it's pretty much the same exact thing, unless you had a Switch to begin with. And this is the part where you would want to identify if this is going to become your main console or this is your backup console, in a sense. So this is where you would want to set up all of your new user information or pre-existing user information, so you can now have access to all of your previous games on your original Switch for people who own another Switch. Now, the one thing the Switch Lite I think does better than the original Switch is its portability. It's way easier to carry around, feels way better in the hand, and also you don't worry about it scratching up or doing things as much because of the fixture of it and how it looks. Like, the plastic seems a little bit stronger, and I feel it's just an all-around better component for something you would want to take on the go rather than have detaching Joy-Cons and things of that nature. So that's the 1A plus that it has, among other things, but we'll get to that. Now, for gameplay, I feel it looks sharper, and that's obviously because of the smaller screen. But I also feel things are a little bit more precise. The buttons feel a whole lot more comfortable. It has a little bit more travel than the original Switch, and it's not as clicky as the buttons are. But I really appreciate it, and it's really, really nice to the touch. It doesn't make a lot of noise when you're clicking. And the D-pad. Another thing that's amazing about this thing. Now, the D-pad isn't the accuratest thing it's not the most accurate D-pad in the world, but I am very appreciative it's there. Now for the downsides of the Switch Lite. As we all know, it cannot be docked. And I guess that's pretty much my only concern about this, is that it can't be docked. Can you really call it a Switch if it can't switch? Honestly, you can't switch between three different gameplays, although they do advertise that you can do somewhat of a tabletop mode with this, but then you have to prop it up on something because there is no kickstand. Even though the kickstand was garbage, it still had a purpose. Now to decide whether you want to buy a Nintendo Switch or buy an original Switch or the Switch V2, the one with more battery life. I feel this one literally falls right smack in the middle. I feel this is mainly dedicated to kids who are getting off of the 3DS, and it's a wonderful upgrade for the most part because you get the Nintendo Switch wonderful game library and better graphics, better processors, and all of that. But coming from an original Switch, I don't see this as a system you should buy if you currently own a Nintendo Switch, unless it's you want to make your original Nintendo Switch a home console, period. Like you don't want it to leave the house, then this would be a great pickup, and you can switch between main accounts so that you have this specifically on the go, and then you don't have to worry about your Nintendo Switch at home. You know that it's there. You don't have to worry about detaching Joy-Cons. But with that also comes a downside, because then you lose the aspect of kind of ripping off a Joy-Con and handing it to a friend to play with you. In the end result, I feel the Nintendo Switch Lite is a great system. It lacks a lot of the original capabilities, but it gets the job done, and I'm very happy I brought it. And if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you love the video, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. Peace.